Using Google Plus communities is often a very important part of any Google Plus social media marketing strategy. But how do you know which ones to pick? Hi, my name is Kamila Gornia from KamilaGornia.com, and in this video I'm going to quickly cover how you know which community is actually worthy of your time. Okay, so I am in, first of all, you go to communities right here. And so first of all, how do you find the communities that you're interested in, that your business is interested in? So obviously there's a section here to search by keywords for the different communities. So what kinds of keywords would you be searching for? There's actually two different things that you have to consider when finding your communities. So first of all, you have to find communities that you would be interested in as a business, as an entrepreneur, as a solopreneur. So where would you want to hang out where other people that also do what you do hang out? Where could you engage with other influencers in your field, potentially create partnerships and collaborations, and get your industry news, because Google Plus is really awesome for giving you that top of mind, really good news source in a way from good blog posts and stuff like that. That's really important, so you should definitely make sure that you're in communities like that for your own benefit, to grow your business. Secondly, it's really important to consider where your ideal customers and clients are hanging out on Google Plus. So it's not just that you're interested in, if you're a health coach and you're interested in health and you're looking at all these different health coaching or like business communities, like how to grow your community, your business, and your ideal client might not be hanging out at those communities. So although it's really great to be in those communities because you can, grow your network, it might not be so good if you are trying to create network of leads and potential customers. So you have to really consider those two areas in terms of community. So look for both of those, and this is how you can start, typing in whatever keyword it is here first for those, and add, and look for some of the communities that you would be interested in, and then secondly, where you think your ideal clients would be hanging out at. So number two is considering the size of the community. So personally, I don't look at communities that are any less than 300 users unless I actually know that this is a network that I belong to from a different, from not just Google Plus, maybe it's like a Google Plus chapter or something. So Fitfluential is one of those. I have a wellness blog for women, so I belong to Fitfluential, and they obviously have 182 members, which is less than what I usually go for, but it is also a private community. So it's not like a one process and the one formula that okay, this is a community because of has these many followers and members or whatever. So when looking at community size, you have to make sure that you have your main goal in mind. So having said that, you have to know, is your main goal with communities to drive traffic to your website and that's it? Or is it to really engage in really good conversation, creating partnerships, creating relationships with these people that are on there? Because a lot of times there's going to be kind of a discrepancy in terms of size. So most of the time, this is not always, most of the time the communities that are gigantic, for example, let's see, Exercise and Healthy Living has 122,000 members. Very likely you will get pretty good traffic from this, because there's a lot of eyeballs that potentially could land on the posts that you create in that community if you were to go in there. However, I've noticed that communities that usually have a ton of members like that are not moderated as well. So there's not a ton of really good, engaging conversations and discussions going on. So it might be a little bit harder in terms of creating those really good, partnerships and things like that. Also, in the huge communities, there's a lot of link dumping going on. So a lot of times, because there's that lack of moderation, a lot of times people kind of do drive-by link dumps. They just kind of like, here you go, here's my link. So let's see if I can find a couple, just to show you. But, and that's, that could be good, it could be bad. It's mostly self-promotional, so a lot of people are not necessarily engaging with you in a different way. But, you're still getting eyeballs. So you have to really make sure that you know what your goals are with, with where you're at in your business and what you're trying to get out of this social media channel. So let me see if there's any. there is some engagement going on, so that's pretty good. But there's also plenty of just, you know, oh, okay, plenty of. There's a lot of engagement. There's a lot of drive-by links. So you know, it's not too bad of a community, but I can tell it's not very moderated. So you have to just make sure that you know kind of what you're looking at. Having already, since we're already on this page, another thing that you have to check is the overall engagement. So I already talked about this briefly. I'm going to move so it's not like moving. So again, if you're looking to create new relationships with potential customer partnerships with influencers, it's really important that you look at the number of comments that each community has. So you're going to want to create the actual conversation and keep the conversation going and interject and just, be a part of the community by words, not necessarily just posting links and stuff like that. If people are adding value to what they're posting on there, that might be a good place to go. So based on here, I don't see a lot of comments going on. There's a couple of comments, but it seems to me more just like, oh, here it is, look at this is cool, okay, and then kind of like more surface level. So this is not as, I probably wouldn't consider this community for finding influencers and creating relationships in that way. However, there seems to be a lot of engagement in terms of +1s and shares. There's +1s on things. So this would be really good for you if you are trying to get more referral traffic to your website, potentially finding people that are interested in your blog or business and moving through. So this is going to be really on you in terms of how your website is positioned and things like that. But this particular community I would consider for referral traffic purposes and brand awareness. Okay. Fourth, making sure that you read before you join any community, you read the rules and regulations and guidelines. So this one doesn't seem to have any because this is basically where you would find it. It just kind of, okay, this is what it is, cool. So that, like I said, it's not very moderated. So you have to make sure that you consider that and you follow these rules, because a lot of times if you don't follow them and the community is moderated, you might get banned, and then Google Plus sees that, and then if you are ever in any other community, you might kind of be held at this, not blacklisted, but every other moderator would know that, hey, this person has been blocked. They might hold your comments and posts for moderation, specifically like making sure this is not spam and things like that. So it's just like adding a big blanket level of just annoyances, and it's not going to make you as successful as fast as you potentially could be. So I want to find a good how it would look like if there were guides. So there's some guidelines here. There's, we're in no spam zone. There's no spam. If we notice that you're sharing, crappy content, blah, blah, then we are not happy with that. Just read through this and make sure that the community that you're joining is okay with what you're trying to use it for. And if you're trying to, expand your reach and build brand awareness by posting links, make sure that the community accepts that and allows for that so you don't get banned. Okay, so these are 4 quick tips for making sure that you're picking the communities that are actually making sense, that are actually going to bring you results, and are worthy of your precious time. So I hope that this has been helpful. You can check me out on KamilaGornia.com. And again, this is Kamila Gornia, and I'll see you next time.